Now moving on to the most important concept of this module is MPC, Monetary Policy Committee. Who is the head of Monetary Policy Committee? RBI Governor. So RBI Governor. Governor of RBI. Then second one, Deputy Governor. Important nahi hai, but I'm just discussing. Deputy Governor related to monetary policy. There are 4 Deputy Governors according to the RBI Act. So RBI, a Deputy Governor belongs to the Monetary Policy Department. So he will be the part of this. And third one, Nominated Director by RBI. जिसको भी nominate करें, it doesn't mean. There are 3 Government of India representatives in that Monetary Policy Committee. So 1, 2, 3, no need. Most of the times academicians and most experienced economists are the part of this Monetary Policy Committee. So there is no restriction, but we have some kind of restriction that no member of parliament, no bureaucrats like this. And the most important thing, the term is non-renewable. So they cannot be re-elected. So they cannot be re-elected. Cannot be re-elected. Not available for reappointment. ठीक है, पॉलिटी में आप लोग पढ़ते होंगे. 1, 2, 3. So there is a, we can say 6-member Monetary Policy Committee. 6-member Monetary Policy Committee, where we have voting system. Do you understand the word quorum? Quorum. What's the meaning? Minimum attendance. So quorum of MPC is 4. It means there must be 4 members present in every meeting of MPC. And in that 4 members, one should be governor. But in emergency case, deputy governor. Nominated director by RBI. Quorum is 4. So now there is a voting system. What will happen in the case of tie? Any idea? Any idea? What will happen in case of tie? Because we have even number members and we have less number, so there is a big possibility of a tie. Governor will get a casting vote. So you understand the word casting vote? It means he will get the second chance to vote in case of tie. So obviously in case of tie means RBI will win that argument. Suppose there is a conflict that government is saying we should reduce the interest rate because we need to increase investment, and whenever there is big investment, obviously GDP growth rate will go up, and by keeping in mind the 2019 election, we need to show good GDP number figures. So the next monetary policy, if RBI is, the team of RBI is saying that we should increase the interest rate, key policy rate, just to curtail inflation in the economy. But here, these 3 government nominees are of the opinion that we should decrease the interest rate. So there is a possibility of tie. Maybe हो सकता है in the next bi-monthly policy. This can be a case. Then RBI governor will give the casting vote. I'll make you write everything. अगर आप लिख रहे हैं तो ठीक है, otherwise we'll write in a paragraph form. So quorum you have written, minimum 4 members. There's one important point. Four meetings should be in a year. So it means in every quarter, there must be a meeting of MPC. So in every 3 months, MPC should meet. But what's the current situation? They're meeting on a bi-monthly basis. So minimum number is 4. But currently what MPC is following? 6 times in a year. So that's why we are reading bi-monthly monetary policy. Bi-monthly monetary policy. So in every 2 months, August, then June, then again in April. So this was the third meeting of this current fiscal. April, June and August. So September and October, we'll get a next meeting of MPC. Because we are getting every month new data of WPI and CPI. But RBI is following CPI. So for every 2 months, we are getting a new data of CPI. So according to that data, we need to update our key policy rates. ठीक है? Clear हो गया? So we write in a paragraph wise. Monetary Policy Committee suggested by Monetary Policy Committee suggested by a committee formed under, you write a committee formed under Raghuram Rajan's tenure under the chairmanship of the then Deputy Governor Urjit Patel. This is the current genesis. If we go back, it was first suggested by Rangarajan. But this is important for our purpose. Suggested by Urjit Patel, under the chairmanship of Urjit Patel. Full stop. There is an agreement. Known as Monetary Policy Framework Agreement. Between Government of India and RBI. Monetary Policy Framework Agreement between Government of India and RBI. To control inflation. At 4% with a limit of plus or minus 2%, with a limit of 4%, limit of plus and minus 2%. Clear? First up, according to this agreement, RBI is accountable to control inflation. RBI is accountable to control inflation in the economy, comma, if this rate of inflation breaches the pre-decided limit, then RBI has to give explanation. To the government. Full stop. Now what do you understand by? It means now RBI is legally bounded by this particular monetary policy framework agreement, that RBI undertakes the task of controlling inflation. This is evident since independence. But now this is binding on Reserve Bank of India. If you are not achieving this target, then you have to give explanation to the Government of India. That is why now RBI will not take any chance to breach this limit of inflation. That is why if you are seeing a rising trend or an upward trend in the rate of inflation, what does it mean? It means now RBI will control inflation by rising or these key policy rates. Now RBI will not listen to Government of India's populist measure, populist expenditure, because RBI has to answer it. So this is in favor of common men, consumers. Next point. Keeping in mind this fixed target, there is establishment of a particular committee. Which undertakes the task of decision making regarding key policy rates, known as Monetary Policy Committee. So from the next line you write, Monetary Policy Committee or MPC is a 6-member body. MPC is a 6-member body headed by RBI governor. So you cannot write only governor, you write RBI governor. Is headed by RBI governor, which includes 2 other members from RBI, and 3 nominated members from the government side, and 3 other nominated members from government side. 3 other members from nominated from government side. First off, it makes decisions on the basis of voting pattern. First off, the quorum of MPC is of 4 members. The quorum of MPC is of 4 members, in which governor should be included. First off, there must be a minimum of 4 meetings. In a year. In a year, 4 meetings in a year. That is one each in a quarter. One each in every quarter. Full stop. In case of a tie, among MPC members, RBI governor will get a chance. To vote for second time. In bracket you will write casting vote. I think we have included every point. So conceptually, or what we can say, this is all the information given by MPC. Now we will discuss from mains perspective. This all other factual information, what RBI is doing. You write one more line. Currently RBI is, or currently MPC, you write, currently MPC is meeting on a bi-monthly basis. So in bracket you write 6 times a year. Okay. So keep in mind this important point. If the statement comes that MPC should meet 4 times in a year. अगर आप जल्दी में पढ़ गए, if you are nervous in paper, then you will say that MPC is meeting 6 times a year. So this statement is wrong. But this statement is correct. MPC should meet at least 4 times a year. So statement भी गलत नहीं होगा. Getting my point? Now we'll discuss from mains perspective. We'll analyze the situation before the establishment of this MPC. What was the role of RBI? Then what has changed after the establishment of MPC? So we'll write.
Why did we used to add the consensus of fixing at 4%?
Why?
What
What was
was the rationale behind
the rationale behind fixing
4%?
4%? Why should not 5%? That is why? Because there must be some trend. When you analyze the trend of last 10 to 15 years, India experiences inflation round about 5%. But in some situation, we have experienced low inflation as low as 1%, 2%. And in some situation, we have experienced inflation of 8%, 9%. Examples are like average is 5%, 1 or 2% before the implementation of GST and after the event of demonetization. These were the two evidence of low inflation. Okay. Low inflation means the term we use, disinflation. Before that, the rate of high inflation about 8 to 9%. The example was 2013. Rates of high inflation. Core inflation at that time was around 8%, 9%. Leave about headline inflation in double digit. And talking about food inflation, 18%, 21%. So Indian economy were entering into hyperinflation. But talking about normal situation, if you consider the data, 4% inflation is good for the growth of developing economy. If we are making same monetary policy framework agreement in case of any developed countries like for example Japan, South Korea, or even in the case of United States, we have to analyze the good inflation rate, because we have written one sentence that creeping inflation is good inflation for developed country. So there is a trend that this is the price rise, this is the level of price rise that Indian economy can tolerate. If you are experiencing 10% hike in the salary every year, maybe due to low inflation, next year your employer or government employees will get only 5% hike in their salary. There must be some discontent because of a new normal has set. Getting my point? Simple factor is average price level in the economy. So we have to analyze that before setting the target. Second one is that 4% inflation rate is good for India's growth. This is the second evidence in the favor of 4%. But you know that we are experiencing a lot of fluctuations in the price level. In the last 4 or 5 years, I've given one example, 2013, high prices. Then again, after demonetization, low prices. Before GST, low prices. But in between, prices of around 5%, 6%. So this is the best example, 4% suits to Indian economy. With a bracket of +2 and -2. We have to give some kind of room. आप भी तो बोलते हो ना कि कहीं घूमने चले गए 2 घंटे, तो आज 2 घंटे रात में ज़्यादा स्ट्रेच करके पढ़ना पड़ेगा. So we need some kind of room. That is why वो एक rigid target we cannot set. Target should be flexible. If you are making rigid targets like targets for fiscal deficit, what we have to do? You have to alter the target. So मैं example पहले हमेशा ही देता हूँ that if you are not thinking that oh this is May 2019 and I'm not thinking about that my preparation is good for 2nd June. So you cannot shift the exam date. 2nd June मन नहीं हो रहा 2nd July को देंगे. But government can do this. If you're not able to achieve 3.2% of fiscal deficit this year, what government said? Due to events like external situation, we are unable to achieve our target of fiscal deficit. So that is why we are keeping this year target to 3.2%, but we have achieved 3.5% of fiscal deficit target. So here, there is no room to alter the inflation rate. Getting my point? So that is why we need more flexible targets. NK Singh committee also suggested in the conclusion that government should have flexible fiscal deficit target, because Indian economy more or less integrated towards global economy. So there are n number of factors which are affecting Indian economy, which our policymakers cannot control. Getting my point? That's the main reason. Any doubt now? Clear? So we were discussing what? Okay, we have to analyze this actually. So before the establishment of Monetary Policy Committee, RBI was independent. Now, can we say that RBI is independent in decision making? Because there are 3 members nominated by Government of India. Although these members not belong to any ministry, bureaucracy, etc. But still, if someone is appointing you to some committee, obviously you will listen to them. There is one professor of belongs to IIM Ahmedabad. और भी 2 हैं academician Delhi University से भी based economist. But obviously they will take control of government's sentiments, government decision, what government conveys to them before the Monetary Policy Committee. But the beauty of this Monetary Policy Committee is that after 14 days you have to publish monetary policy minutes. So each and every word which is spoke in the Monetary Policy Committee, that is to be published in the newspaper or on the website of RBI. So newspapers took the gist of that monetary policy decision. Like for example, I'll give you an example. We have an example of August and June 2018. In 2018, the ratio was 5:1 in the favor of hike in the repo rate. In August, 5:1, and in June, 6:0. So it was an unanimous decision, we can say, in June. But this one person was not in a favor of hike in the repo rate. This member belongs to this side. Read the newspaper. नाम बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. But this is a democratic committee. So from this perspective, the signal is clear that in future, in August, after we have October monetary policy meeting, so maybe government will go against the hike in the repo rate. You can see the trend. So this is very important, that minutes of Monetary Policy Committee has been continuously published in the public. So most important most important, we can say favorable aspect of this monetary policy committee is its democratic nature of working. So we'll write